I know this is late for the coffee shop assignment, but I thought something was better than nothing. I'm just going to be talking to you about just a recent death experience that I personally just experienced a few days ago. Um, I've been lucky though, over the years, there hasn't been really too many critical deaths that I've had to experience. Very few people up until recently um, have, that have been part of my life have passed away. So far, the biggest death that I've had to deal with was actually my cat, who I knew for 16 years. That was there when I was a baby. That one was pretty tough and hard to deal with. But in terms of human experiences, only recently has death really shown up in my life. Just in the past couple days, same day actually, um, one member of my high school baseball team got shot and killed the next day. Basically, passed away after he was on life support. That got me to realize that whoa, this was one kid who actually put himself in situations that you would not expect him to die. He handled himself accordingly. He had a good GPA and was doing things with his life. This was unfortunate and really opened my eyes. Also, another one of my friends passed away due to heroin addiction. Now, I feel like I could have done more. I've been there for him, but unfortunately, I wasn't. But in terms of, he was one of the guys that kept his feelings and these problems close to himself. So we didn't even know he had a heroin addiction only until recently. So to hear that he had passed, it was very surprising that it just took his life away. That's where I've just thought about it and realized, it's kind of really a humbling situation where you realize you're not immortal. You know, you really feel like, hey, if I don't watch myself and be careful, I could be next. I mean, people are passing away now from my high school days, and I'm 21 right now, so it's just like, yeah, I knew these people. I just talked to these people. Like, granted, I haven't seen them in a very long time. It's still in a sense where it's like, wow, these guys are not talking to the friends that they have right now, and it's very grieving for them. And it must be tough because like the guy who was on my baseball team, Antoine, his dad passed away while at midseason in one of our teams, so he had to go through that grieving process. I can only feel the pain and suffering that his sister and his mom are going to have to go through now that they've lost, two big providers to the family. And then, I mean, the heroin addiction, that's just a long process where it's just like so many ups and downs. I can only imagine how their family could have dealt with this. So it's really just like, I'm kind of, I guess, a late bloomer to this whole death thing where, I'm very fortunate still not to have anything that's really hit me well. I mean, hopefully I would be ready for any. Granted, I don't want to be ready because, I'd much rather stave off these occurrences till I'm more experienced in life. But, it just makes me feel like, hey, death is more of a possibility and can play more of a factor in my life. I don't know. It's just something that got me wondering. It's just really hit me. I mean, once I heard about the death of my fellow baseball player, I immediately called a friend back home in San Francisco and talked to one of my teachers. Because I was just like wanting to make sure everyone was good back then or back there. So it's just something that really opens your eyes, and it's amazing what people do in time of need and how people react and try to be there for people. I mean, on his Facebook, the amount of support both people have received has been truly inspirational. And it's just really sad to see that they aren't able to see that. But that's the story I wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully, it's sufficient enough. But I mean, that's really the biggest amount of death that's played a role in my life, and hey, it's just been recent too.